Hello, my friends. Namaste. I am here today to talk to you about a topic we're all very familiar with stress. So, we all have an overabundance of it in our lives, and what I want to bring to the table today is how yoga can help us with dealing with stress because it has a lot of benefits to bring to the table. So, I have found in my own personal life that the more that I use yoga and all of the resources that come along with yoga, the more that I can handle and cope with the stress in my life, whether it's, job stress, relationship stress, just, dealing with traffic, going to the grocery store, whatever, dealing with Karens, any of those kind of day to day things, or even like big events. It's just amazing what yoga can do for us. So, first, I thought I would just give you some of the ways that yoga really helps us to manage stress, and then just go through some of the ways that I go through and use my practice. And hopefully, this is something that is helpful for you. And if you have questions about the practices that I use, or um, ways that you would like to modify for yourself, or even additional ideas, please feel free to reach out in the comments. I would love to give any extra ideas or interact in any way on this topic. It's something that we all deal with, so I would definitely love to help out here. So, let's get to it. So, one of the biggest things that yoga is really beneficial with and helping us to deal with any kind of stress is that it helps us to be in the moment. So, just like this little goober here. Um, so, when we are in the moment, we're not worrying about what's going on, you know, in the future, like what we have to deal with tomorrow or even an hour from now, or what happened yesterday. Um, when we are in the moment, we are fully present. We're not worrying about anything. We can relax, we can slow down, and we can just focus on being present. And when we do this, there are a lot of studies that have shown that this actually helps to increase serotonin production. And what that does for our brains is that basically it makes us happier. And when this happens, it helps to further reduce stress. So, by the just simple practice of going to a yoga class or even just doing a few poses. So even if you can't go to a class or you can't even finish a full video, if you can just do, say like a downward dog for 30 seconds, just that alone is going to help out. So that little simple thing is going to help with reducing stress. And then the next thing is that it helps to bring this sense of calm. So, you've had those moments where you just start to feel like this overwhelm, or you've kind of had like one thing after the other going on all day, right? And you start to just feel like frantic. And you go and do some yoga, and it brings that feeling of calm, that feeling of peace. And one of the ways that it can really be especially effective is when you do inversions. And studies have shown that the reason that this really helps is that it brings lymphatic fluid through the body, and this is the stuff that helps with our immune system. And it's also helping to move our blood more efficiently through to the heart and to the brain. So it's especially helpful for increasing our, like I said, our immune system. And then um, it helps to bring a fresh perspective. So, I mean, if you kind of think of it, you're looking at everything upside down, right? Um, and a lot of times people think of inversions as you have to do a headstand or a handstand, but this can also just be as simple as a forward fold. So you don't need to do anything crazy to get the benefits of this. So um, these are things that are going to really help to calm. And you might have heard the phrase grounded. So this is something that helps you to just feel safe and secure, and like you have a feeling of just that kind of comfort and steadiness. So that's where that feeling of calm comes in. Then the next one is it gives you this feeling of having a controlled mind and body. Because when you do yoga, it's not just a practice of exercise, you are also exercising the mind. So the poses are held longer than doing, say, like aerobics or weightlifting. These are poses that the asana, the poses that you do in a yoga class, even a vinyasa flow, are going to be held longer. So they are able to integrate into the body where it has more time to have positive shifts where it begins to integrate into the mind. And this is going to work where it begins to help with things that cause anxiety, depression, mood disorders. This is why it's so effective with areas in the mental health field. And again, there's been quite a few studies on this. If anybody's interested, I can give you resources on it, but I didn't want to go super nerdy on you here. um, so it's pretty fascinating, the research that's been done in this area. And then this is a super huge one because so many people are so deprived here. Yoga helps to improve sleep. So huge, right? So many of us do not either get enough sleep or our quality of sleep is really poor. So the more that you do yoga, the better your sleep is going to be. And that's because when you do yoga consistently, it helps to relax the nervous system. And some of you may be familiar with what's called the parasympathetic nervous system. If you're not, basically it's the opposite of the fight or flight response. So this is where you go into um, the parasympathetic nervous system is your I'm relaxed, I feel safe, I feel secure, I can rest. And so when you're doing yoga, your body just naturally goes into this. And so then the more that you feel into this phase, the easier it is for you to rest and go to sleep and sleep well at night. And the more relaxed your nervous system is, the easier it is for you to fully rest. And that's kind of the simple explanation, but yes. And then another really awesome benefit is that it has positive impacts on our relationships. So, what really is neat about this is that when you do yoga, you connect with your body in a positive way. So, you get to really know your body, you get to know your mind, and you begin to gain knowledge of the self, you gain confidence of what your body can do, and you also gain confidence in who you are as a person. And then as you gain this, you begin to develop better relationships with others. So all of these are all wonderful ways that yoga helps you to reduce stress. And so those are some of the benefits. So some of the things that I like to do when I've had a stressful day and I need to relax. Say, I got home and I just need to take a break, take a breather. One of my favorites is legs up the wall. That is one of the absolute best de-stressors. And this actually serves as one of the inversions, and it is so restful. So basically, you just lay down on the floor, butt right up against the wall, and send your legs just straight up into the air, right up against the wall. And you just lay there as long as you want. You can put a pillow or a blanket under your head and get nice and cozy. You can even put a blanket over yourself, and you can do hands on your belly or hands out to the side and just get nice and cozy. Listen to some nice music and just hang out there for a while. And if you ever get swelling in like your knees or your ankles, it helps with that too. Excellent for the heart as well. So that's an amazing one, just all around. If you need to get some energy out in that regard because of stress, doing a quick vinyasa flow, like a sun salutation A, which I will do a video here on shortly. That's a great one. That is a fantastic one to get some energy out. I love that one. Also, if you are like kind of want some energy out but kind of also need a little rest, doing one of the other videos that I've posted is good, or just doing a nice shavasana, so corpse pose. So it's basically you just lie out, hands palms up, feet splayed out, close your eyes, and just focus on breathing. And then their tools that are great are mantras, which are kind of like positive affirmations if you're not familiar with mantras, and breathing. So pranayama, those are wonderful things. Chanting also. So hopefully those are some helpful things. And again, please, if you have questions, would like further ideas, or any videos on any of the things that I've thrown out, I would love suggestions, comments, and if you haven't done it yet, please subscribe, and I will catch you on the next video. All right. Love you all. Namaste.